Milwaukee-born R&B singer who was married to Halle Berry. They were seen around town back in the early 90s before their split after 3 years together. But that was the past. Today, Eric Benet is a new man with a singing career that's still going strong.
And after sitting down with Eric Benet, one thing really jumped out at me. He's a superstar in his own right, and he has the spirit of warmth and talent that overshadows any headlines of the past.
It's all I need to help revive me.
Listening to R&B singer Eric Benet live on stage, it is clear this Milwaukee native is the real deal. We caught up with Benet at the Chicago Theater right before Valentine's Day. We met him in his dressing room backstage. Benet grew up in Milwaukee. He is the youngest of 6 siblings. He describes an idyllic Milwaukee childhood.
We would figure out the alto, the tenor, the baritone. We'd figure out all the parts. And me, the baby, Eric Benet, I grew up in this environment of these weirdos, my older siblings, who just like to deconstruct music and put it all back together.
Benet's perfected his craft. No auto-tune here. An exceptional singer with boundless energy and a deep connection to his fans. Early in his career, Benet learned that his Midwestern roots conflicted with West Coast values.
The record executives were like, hey, listen, come here. Stop being so nice to people. That's not a good look. You're an artist. You're supposed to project this like you're somehow up here.
Benet's strict parents kept him grounded.
My father was Detective Lawrence Jordan for the city of Milwaukee. And my mom and dad were some strict parents. My family is my rock, my backbone.
Is there anything about Milwaukee that you really miss?
I just remember back to those times in Milwaukee, just going down to Bradford Beach or Lincoln Park with the family.
Who was the person that influenced you the most in your life?
I think back to my father. He had to make do with what he had. And he did it with a smile on his face, and he came home every day, and he was a great provider and a great father.
Eric Benet has overcome several challenges, including becoming a single dad when his ex-girlfriend was killed in an accident, and of course the infamous divorce that made headlines around the world. But Eric reveals he's different today. He shows me pictures of his wife and kids. They don't look real. He describes his 6-year marriage to Manuela Testoloni as awesome.
I've grown. I've moved on. I've evolved. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned how to be a lot more honest.
He thrills audiences all over the world. Eric Benet will always have a piece of his heart in Milwaukee.
I just want to tell Milwaukee, like, thank you for the beautiful upbringing you gave me.
See, isn't it nice to be from Milwaukee? And though he's busy touring, he tries to get back here at least once a year. And Eric tells me he always wants to be a pillar in his kids' lives, just like his father, and always be there for them.